Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early May 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business here. We're going to start you off with an oracle card, as always, just to take a little temperature check, a little vibe check for the Virgos before we fully get it going. So my guides and spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for Virgo here in early May? And yeah, I hope you're all doing fantastic. We're just going to take a quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what type of shadows might be around you or what shadow work you might want to lean into, which is always super interesting, especially if it ties in with the whole reading. But let's get this first card going. What do we got? Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is a big future focus. I don't know if you're really making plans towards the future, maybe staying optimistic. This is a pretty good card to start off the reading. Now, before we really start breaking that down, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle's at kyleofcups. Please feel free to shoot me a tweet sometime. Into the reading, though. You see the imagery on this. It is extremely striking. I love this artwork. You see that woman there in that beautiful blue dress standing on the beach looking out at the horizon. So, like I said, to me, this is a big future focus. This person is looking forward. Notice that there's rainbows, there's things up in the sky. So some of you might just be in that mode where you're trying to meticulously plan for the future. Maybe spirit is telling you you need to do so. Yes, it's very important to live in the now, but knowing what steps you want to take, what your goals are, your ambitions could be super important when a card like this shows up. So it's good. For some of you, you might just have a good underlying optimism here. Even if you're going through a tough time, holding on to a sense of optimism, holding on to that shining light at the end of the tunnel is an important thing to help keep you motivated. So if none of that hits for you, this could just be spirit saying hey, look towards the future here. Don't get too caught up in the past. Just keep your eyes forward, keep pushing. So let's get into tarot now. It's an interesting way to start. And we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So let's shuffle it up one time for the lovely Virgos. Let's see what we got going on for my friends, please. Now, last week's reading was titled They Are Nervous. So there was absolute highlights of anxiety, stress, nervousness. So I hope you haven't been going through it, because it could have been somebody you're close to. And for weeks before that, we had a string of really positive, optimistic readings. So maybe that was just a little bump in the road. But there was some tension in last week's reading. We'll see what we have this week. Either way, we're going to roll with the punches. Let's see what we got here for Virgo, please. Let's get these first 3 out. What we got for my friends? There we go. All right, yeah, we got the Knight of Cups that showed up in the Capricorn reading. This might be a theme. And interesting, in the fire and air signs, we were getting the Lovers a lot. So some of you could have romance on the mind, okay? I mean, not uncommon, right? Especially this time of year. Doesn't have to be that, though. Let's get 2 more out here. Knight of Cups could be so many different things. Okay, we got the 3 of Cups. We got double cups. I would say on the surface here, Virgo, these are both positive cards, right? I don't want to jump the shark just yet and get too optimistic. I like these cards. I mean, every card has a duality to it. But so far, so good. Let's get one more. Thank you. 2 of Pentacles. So at first glance, I will say this. All the top main base cards are positive. Yes, we still have to clarify, get more detailed analysis. But we're going to go through, I'll give you some of the classical meanings of these. Then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. In position number 1, the Knight of Cups. For some of you, that could just be a water sign in your life. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. All Knights are messengers, similar to the Pages. This one could be about emotional offerings of various kinds. This could be an individual in your life that is a smooth talker. This is a Prince Charming type of energy. For some of you, this could be creativity. For another portion of you, this could be artisticness, wanting to release those creative juices. If it's not a talk or any of those things I just mentioned, or an individual, this Knight of Cups is good progress. It's decent progress, and it's a smooth type of energy that could represent your emotional state, especially since right in the center we have another cup card. Cups in tarot and in divination represent your emotions, okay? So we got the double down of that. The elemental mix we got going on with the 2 of Pentacles is that earth and water. Usually when those flow together, it's very abundant. But right in the center, we have the 3 of Cups. This card gets a bad reputation, okay? I see this, like I already said, as very dualistic. This could be a celebratory, merry, happy type of card. This could be somebody cutting loose, having a little bit of fun. Now, on the inverse, this could also be a card of somebody that's overindulgent, indulging in pleasures of the flesh. And as with all threes in tarot, it could represent group situations, funky group dynamics. I don't want to pigeonhole this card just into that, because this could just be merriment. Moving to the very back end, we got the Two of Pentacles. All twos in tarot represent partnerships. It could represent decisions, choices, being at a crossroads. This one is extremely balanced. So whether it's something coming into balance, whether it's you trying to gain traction, gain your footing, this is usually a good type of card. Positive. And these cards lean positive, but we got to dive deeper on all of it. So let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here and reset this deck for my Virgo friends, please, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got? And yes, Virgo, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Knight of Cups. And as always, if you'd like to play along, that's why this box is here. If you're feeling anything off this spread, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. So let's see what this Knight of Cups is about. We're just going with my interpretation, friends. So why is the Knight of Cups here? Thank you. Interesting. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse, that interesting duality, more of that overflowing emotion. And I saw this in the Capricorn reading as well, and I'm kind of seeing the theme here. You're going to want to watch out for emotional roller coasters here, because this Nine of Cups is usually very welcoming. Try not to give too much of your energy and yourself away in this time, because a lot of you might be pulled to do that, like whether it's assisting another person or whether it's just throwing your energy out there. Make sure you're not giving too much of yourself away. That's a little warning we have here, because that could be affecting your emotional state. But with the Nine of Cups in reverse under the, this isn't a real free-flowing type of vibe. And to me, it's just that emotional roller coaster. The Nine of Cups is usually wish fulfillment, wish come true. So for some of you, you might feel like you're settling for something as well. Like, all right, well, that didn't turn out how I liked it, but I'll settle for this. This is all right. I could deal with this. Okay, so that's the type of vibe I'm catching here. Do with that what you will. So we're catching a lot of things. It doesn't sync the reading whatsoever, but just know that emotions could be on the table here. For some of you, it could be an emotional conversation or talk where you let somebody know you're feeling dissatisfied about something, or you're just letting them know how you feel. So we have a ton of things up here in front. Let's go in on the Three of Cups, though. Tons of water, tons of emotion. Why is the Three of Cups here for Virgo? Thank you. Okay, we have the Tower in reverse. Some of you, all right, if you've been recently through a shocking Tower moment of any kind, you might be trying to bury that somehow. I'm catching coping mechanisms here. For another portion of you, you really might need to go out and have a little bit of fun to help you heal. But yeah, for some reason, coping mechanisms. It doesn't ruin the reading once again, because we have the positive, we have the negative, we have the duality. But as you know, with towers, they represent shocks, surprises, the unexpected. The fact that it's showing up in reverse is just telling me this is a tower that may have already happened. Okay, so I'm catching like somebody trying to cope, or yeah, coping mechanisms. That's the main thing I'm feeling here. Just try not to overdo it, is what I'd say, with the Tower in reverse under this Three of Cups. Or this could even be a situation, especially with the Three and the Tower in reverse. This could be like a situation that may not be just you, like something may have happened to somebody else where it's like shocking, surprising, but you're like, I'm not too shocked about that. I know I'm saying a whole bunch of different things here, but this spread is making me feel a whole bunch of different things. We're going to keep it moving to the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening here, Virgo. So why is the Two of Pentacles here? Could absolutely be warnings about how you deal with, how you handle emotions. I'll just say that. Yeah. Okay, we got the Five of Swords showing up in reverse. That's good. For a portion of you, you could have had issues with somebody with narcissistic tendencies, someone who's very selfish, me. That's a vibe I get with this Five of Swords always, whenever it shows up. It's also a conflict-based card, but aside from that first message I was saying, the Two of Pentacles with the Five of Swords showing up in reverse is telling us that you're moving into a much more positive time. You're trying to keep your nose out of anyone else's BS. You're not wanting no drama. You don't want no games, no BS, nothing like that in your life right now. Like all the negatives I was talking about last week, a lot of you might be trying to wash yourself clean of that. Like, all right, yeah, I don't want any of that drama. I don't want any of that nonsense. I just want to do my thing. That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up here. So stay on track. But I do feel things improving with the Five of Swords in reverse under this Two of Pentacles. That's what this tells me. So I would be very optimistic here. And yeah, I don't want to say something's about to pay off for you, but this is just saying that things are going to improve. Even if you're in this mode that I was already speaking about, if the rest of the reading was hitting for you, this is saying that like you're almost out of the woods here, okay, which is nice. So let's go through and do a quick little recap, because like I was saying, there's so much going on here. You just take from it what you will. But in position number 1, we have the Knight of Cups with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yes, I was speaking about a possible emotional roller coaster, lots of ups and downs. I've been seeing that in earth signs recently. For some of you, I was getting the vibe of somebody possibly settling, like, oh yeah, all right, this isn't the best outcome for me, but I'll deal with it. Interesting stuff, okay? But yeah, the big emotional roller coaster here. In the center, I'm getting somebody like trying to cope with a trauma in some kind of way. Like this could be a person in your life that over parties or overdoes it, or just needs to be around other people because of a tower they've gone through. And like I said, even though the tower's in reverse, this is an energy of shock, surprise. Something may happen to somebody within your circle as well, like a shocking situation, a surprising situation to somebody in your close interpersonal circle. So beware of that. Moving to the very back end, we got the Two of Pentacles with the Five of Swords in reverse. You may have been hurt with somebody with narcissistic tendencies. If that's not your message, if that's not your story, this is saying that you could be coming out of a time of conflict or just trying to keep your nose out of other people's BS. Keep your nose to the grindstone and stay on your mission, on your time. So do with that what you will. Please take a screenshot. We're going to get you one shadow card here, Virgo. Interesting stuff. Let's get one good shuffle for the lovely Virgos. I mean, there are so many things coming through this week for you. So, what we got for Virgo, please? And yeah, we're using the Shadowland Tarot deck once again. I always love using this for shadow work. And whether it's something that's lurking around right now, whether it's something that's been around you for a while and you haven't dealt with, we'll just see what it is. As with the rest of the reading, only take it if it hits for you. You can always check your moon, rising, all that. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. So, and I do feel like this shadow card ties into the spread itself, because the Ten of Swords is similar to the Tower in ways. Now, you know what the Ten of Swords is. That's pain, that's hurt. This could even be backstabbings, betrayals. This is a pain that needs to be dealt with. It needs to be processed in a healthy type of way when I see the Ten of Swords in the shadows. For some of you, yeah, it could just be that lingering pain, lingering. It doesn't even have to be something that's recent, so watch out for this. Like underneath the surface, this could be the root cause of things. Now, I do feel like this connects to the Tower, okay? There might be somebody in your circle that's really going through a very difficult time, a difficult process, okay? So you might need to lend your empathy a little bit when a card like this shows up. You know what the Ten of Swords means if you're a tarot watcher. I'm not going to be a fear monger and make you all nervous about it. It is what it is, all right? Because it could range from very minuscule and minor to treacherous. It's all how it fits your story. So Virgo, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give the details of the May subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the April subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab Monday, May 2nd. But for the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot Illuminati. You'll get the full kit if you're a lucky winner. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what other type of reading you would like to see from me, because I'll continue to do the weeklies, but I really want to mix it up and give you guys what you want. And yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of May, I'll put the winners in my community tab. My friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.